Happy Thursday. What's going on, good people? Y'all already know my favorite day of the week. Looking forward to getting this one in today. My man Strickland Electric. What's up, Pat? What's up, Joe? Hope y'all ready for a good one. TP Tax is in the building. Make sure y'all get with TP Tax is located on 56 in Walnut. TP Tax is the man to help y'all make it happen. Talking about where the money at. You know where the money at. You know how to keep that money from going to the IRS. There they go, the best contractor in the city. I'm sorry, developer. Let me get that right. Best developer. Taylor Construction LLC in the building. What's going on, Joe? I got you. We waiting, you know. Strick might be I don't know, finishing up a job, but I know he I know you ready, Joe? You ready? Keep putting them plays together, man. We're gonna make it happen. Gotta get back out to Camden and make our way down Baltimore, see what's going on in Baltimore. So don't forget, y'all, make sure y'all share this. Share this with somebody you think this will help. You know, at least share it with one person. There we go. The man of the hour. Let's get him. That's right. Keep sharing. My man Rod. There you go.
What's up, bro?
Strickland Electric. You see it in the back. You see it.
Oh, you gotta see it right there. I mean, a little light work, right there.
I love it.
What's up, bro?
Flip funding, man. We see you. Appreciate you joining in. That's the man with all the money, TP. That's who you need to be talking to.
That's the man with all the money.
Yeah, you know, Rod get you funding anywhere, state to state. He make it happen.
All right, then we might need to holler at him a little bit later on.
Exactly, for sure.
Because you know
Rod,
I've been talking. You know I've been talking to you about these other plays outside of Philly. So
right.
I mean, if that's what we need to do, then that's what we need to do.
So he actually do go to Baltimore. So he actually know all about Baltimore. He used to invest in Baltimore before he came to Philly. So he the perfect person to talk to.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They flip. We still plugging and playing. So yeah, we just give everybody another minute to jump on. Got
I
everybody
know.
coming in, man. You had a busy
I
day
know.
today?
Of course. Always, brother.
Oh no, that looked like lemonade. That don't look like the Henny.
No, it's lemonade, bro. I'm taking it easy, bro. I'm taking it easy,
All right,
bro.
slow walking it till the weekend.
Bro, I gotta get my sexy back, bro. I put on some weight during this COVID, and I mean, I gotta get back, bro. I mean, TP and them laughing at me, man. They put on this weight, man. I gotta get rid of this stuff. So,
I
I mean,
understand. Holmes by Belinda, what's going on, Queen? Salute.
good stuff, good stuff.
Nah, man, it's the you know, don't let the COVID discourage you, man. Get out there, get them miles in, man. I was doing good. I had ran like 2 months straight. I was running like 2-3 miles every day.
You being funny, bro. You know, I'm just getting back, bro. You know, I got two broken legs, bro. Like,
Nah, you moving, man. You moving. Even if
I'm just getting back. I'm just getting back, bro. I'll be
look,
back.
we gonna slow walk it. We gonna slow walk it. I got a little.
That's
We gonna slow walk. I
that's
got a little situation. That's why I had to stop running. So I'm right there with
all
you.
right. All right, that's all I want to hear, bro. You right in the back with me. We good. As long as we knock it out, we good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. You know, it's a team effort. One man fall, the other man got to pull him up, man.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear, bro. I don't want to see you at the finish line and I'm still. I want you to be right there with me. We gonna bang this
No,
out
we got
together.
you. No, actually, speaking of the man that got the Baltimore, Howard the Hustle, Kyle, big homie, just jumped in. That's another person you want to get with. He putting them plays together in Baltimore. So look, we
Okay.
got, but Howard. So how we got Howard? He got the cribs. We got Rod. He just jumped in here. He got the funding. You mean
Okay.
all the resources? Then look, you doing the electrical work. You know, so the plays is there. Tom gonna get the taxes done, so this way we not getting killed by Uncle Sam.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, no
So I
doubt.
mean, I don't know who else has just jumped in the live, but it seemed like we got majority of the team together right there.
Teamwork make the dream work, bro.
You know what I mean? And then
Teamwork makes the dream work, man. It took me a long time to figure that out, bro. I'm keeping honest with you. It took me a long time, man. I was always the boy that go in and do everything by myself. I tell you, I don't need you, and go do it by myself. Wire
okay.
houses up by myself. But that's not the way you want to do this thing here, bro. You don't want to be in that field, man. Nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want
Nah,
to do that at all.
so talk about that a little more though. So I mean, so or let's just go from the beginning. So once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate y'all joining us. You know, the investment blueprint interview with Tosh Strickland Electric. You know, West
Hmm.
Philly's own Cops Creek, big homie, and you
No
know
doubt.
somebody that's out here really pumping and helping the community, one house at a time, and plus employing the community with his business as a independent minority business owner. So, you know, for those of you who don't know, go ahead, Strick, again, introduce yourself. Just let the people know.
Okay. Well, for all who don't know, my name is Tyrese Strickland. I'm an electrical contractor. I've been a electrician for over 17 years. I've been licensed for over I want to say 10 years in Pennsylvania. We're a residential and light commercial contracting company. We specialize in, rewiring, service, repair, and installation of electrical components throughout the homes and in light commercial.
Right. So,
So that's really our niche. That's really our what niche and what we do. So real quick before I get into anything else, so to all the electricians or carpenters or plumbers, I want to say that you want to learn your niche. You want to know what you're good at, and you want to fine tune that. You don't want to be all over the place. If somebody asks you, can you wire up industrial fans or whatever the case may be? Yeah, I can do that. I know guys that tell you all day long, I can do that. You don't want to be that guy. You want to focus on your niche and what you're good at and perfect that, and then move on to, commercial, industrial, or whatever the field you're in. Don't try to dibble and dabble and try to, do everything. Focus on your niche. So I just want to get that out there and let other contractors, not electrical contractors, just contractors. Period.
in
Because
general,
I
right.
found out, yeah, because I found out a lot of people just want to try to do everything, and you want to crash and burn quickly trying to do everything.
Nah, so I'm saying I feel like that's a key component in this game. Like whether you do carpentry, construction, real estate, whatever it is, like, you know, even if you just invest in, like, yeah, I invest in commercial buildings, I invest in daycares, I invest in, I don't know, pet stores. Like, oh, and I invest in residential. Like, it's kind of harder to scale and grow what you doing 4 or 5 things at a time. And I tell people, I feel like that was my biggest hiccup in the beginning, where I was a realtor, I was trying to wholesale, I was trying to flip houses, be a landlord. And then, like you said, like, talk about being burnt out, let alone you still got to come home, be a husband, a dad, you know,
Yeah, man. You
this,
spread
that,
it.
and in
You spread
between.
yourself thin. Yeah, you
Right.
spread it yourself so thin, bro. And you don't want to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people, very few, maybe be able to handle it. But you want to get. I don't care who you are. You want to get burned out trying to do everything,
Right.
everything. So that's where we're gonna talk about this later. But that's where you get in a team involved, and you take off some of them hats, and you let people of your team take on certain aspects of what you're doing. So before I don't like to do the back end. Back end, I don't like to do that. That's not my thing. My thing is work, electrical. That's me. So I got an office person to handle all that stuff. Kills it, kills it, and it helps me to move on to do other things. I don't
Right.
deal with taxes. I got listen, tax man, handle these taxes. Taxman, this is you. This
Right.
this is what this is what you want to do. You don't want to have on too many hats. Too many hats will burn you out.
That, and I always hear that, like, same thing with the rehabs. Oh, I could do it myself is easy. It might be easy, but it's, again, You doing it yourself now. You still in the same project at month 8, and you ain't even at the halfway point. But you know, if you
So,
spent a little money or asked for some help, it's like, yo, this thing could have been done, and you could have did 2 of these projects.
so yeah, and you won't make money. You think you're going to make money, but in actuality, since you done spent 8 months on the job, instead of paying subcontracting out some parts of the job to get it done faster, and you're done in 2 months, now you're on the property for 8 months. Now that margin of money that you supposed to have made is gone. You know what I mean? In 8 months, now you didn't work for the person that you didn't sign the contract for. Now you're just a worker for them at the end of the day. So that's one of the things. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that's one of the things you want to be careful about, of just trying to take on everything of a job or GC a job, or any part of the job. You can't be everywhere and do everything at once. And that's one of the biggest things I've learned.
So for you, you talk about the growth. How did you go from like reaching that ceiling, like, yo, I can't do this all by myself, but for people struggling to build that team? Because I know even now, like, I got a team, but I still struggling. Like, I feel like sometimes I need to let somebody go. Sometimes I need to move somebody's position, but how do you make that fit and make sure them people are good fits for you, and, setting everybody up to do what it is you want them to do?
So really fast, I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. So you asking me, how did I know when it was time to delegate some of these different?
Yeah, well, just how did you get out your own way to say, yo, I can let this stuff go? Because I mean,
my back started hurting. My back started hurting. My back started hurting. That's how I started realizing that I can't. There's no point for me. So really quick. So when I first started and I got my electrical business, it wasn't a lot of guys. It's still not a lot of guys out here that want to work and do the work correctly. So I would, I'm a professionalist. So if I don't like something, if you're not going to do it right, just get out of my way. I'll do it myself. But you have to learn to teach people and then monitor them and then put them on the team so you don't have to kill yourself. So once I realized that I didn't have to be in the field and doing the work, and I can find people to teach them and make them understand what my level of professionalism is, and they're going to do it, then that made me be able to go out to get more jobs. Okay. When I'm doing the work, when I'm in the work and I'm doing these roughs, so I'm rewiring homes, whatever, I can't make more money. I can't be out there going to go see other jobs and talking to other people because I'm stuck in here with you guys, trying to figure this out, making sure you guys are doing it right. But if your electrical team or contract team is okay, and you can leave them alone to be able to do certain things, that frees you up to go see other jobs, talk to other people, be in the front of other opportunities. And that's one of the avenues that helped me, turn the corner and get bigger, because I wasn't the one doing the work. Because well, I'm not gonna say any. Most contractors and people that's doing the work, they can't grow. There's no way you can grow because you're on the job all the time. You have to find the way to get from out of the field, so you can take a step back and look at your product and look at what's going on and evaluate it. Okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to charge. This is what's going on. Okay, I need to go see this person over here. I need to build this relationship with this person. You can't do that from working from 8 to 8 or 8 to 7 a day. There's no time. Right. There's no time.
Nah, I definitely respect that. So for people who want to get into being an electrician or even possibly get on your team, what would they need? Do they got to go to college? Do they need some type of certificate? Like, what do I need in order to be a licensed electrician?
A licensed electrician? So a licensed electrician is tricky because there's a lot of dudes out here with licenses and they still don't know how to do electric. You know what I mean? You can be book smart. You can be book smart and pass the test. But to be a part of my team, number one, you got to be loyal. Loyalty is number one. Loyalty is number one. Trustworthy is number two. And everything else, you being an electrician, I can help you be an electrician. I can help you be a better electrician. Because, if you think about it, there's 10,000 electricians in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So we're one of 10,000 of electricians. I'm competitive. I play ball. So anybody I go up against, I don't care who you are, we going to war. So I'm always going to say I'm the best at what I do.
Right, right, right.
But being an electrician or being a contractor is bigger than electrician or a contractor. You have to be able to sell yourself. You have to be able to go in front of someone and tell them and make them be assured that you're there. What the product you're going to be given to them is one of the best, and you're going to be there, and you want to make sure that they're comfortable. So that's another key element that I had to learn. That it's just not all about being an electrician or a contractor. It's about being a salesman also, because you
Okay.
have to be able to sell yourself. You have to be able to sell your business, and people
Right,
have to buy into it before
right.
they even decide to give you the job. Because, like I said, there's 10,000 electricians out here. What's the difference between me and the other 9,000? It's
I got
because when I go in front of them, I make them understand that I'm going to give them the best product, the best service, and you're going to feel comfortable with me and my team in your home.
you. Right.
That's a main part of how people don't get jobs and don't be able to sustain their work, because they don't
Okay.
know how to talk to people, be in front of people, and articulate what they're going to do, what their team is going to do, and what job they're going to perform. So
Got you.
it's deeper. It's deeper than just being a contractor. That's the base level. That's the base level, doing the work. Doing that. You know, that's the base level.
Got you. So take out the license part, but if I just want to learn the
From from
trade,
the
yeah,
from us. So
from
no, for me, if what I'm looking for when I'm hiring, because I am going to be hiring soon, for electricians and helpers, is just someone that wants to come to work, wants someone to come to work, somebody that's hungry, and somebody that wants to learn. That's it. Because everything else I can teach you. If
okay.
you want, if you're hungry, you're willing to learn, and you understand the concept of a team. So when you out there and whatever's going on, you're there for the team and you're helping the team out. We're going to win. I'm going to help you succeed. But
Okay.
if you were the type of person that's coming for a check, just coming for a check, we don't need you here. We don't need you just coming to get a check. It's bigger than that, because I'm going to help you. Because at the end of the day, if you get, everybody wants people to get good. You want a good person in your company, and then but you got to realize once the person gets that good, they're eventually going to leave.
Okay. Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? Because if they're that good, they're eventually going
And
to
now they can start
leave.
feeding themselves.
They can
Right.
they can start feeding themselves. But here, what we're trying to build is just not, you're just not another face. We're trying to build something that is recognizable through everywhere. That I was working with Strickland Electric. They're good people. That's a team. I can always call them. It's more of a family. That's what we're trying to build, not
I
just a face, not just a face and shoveling you in and out.
so once they get in though, like what's some of the things that they might need to like say like, all right, like this person might be good to be an electrician because it's like I feel like some of us say we might want to do this, but it really might not be our thing. Like
So we'll
we
find
might
out.
be better at HVAC.
Yeah, I'll find out quick. We're gonna find out
So
quick. So
what's
I'm
some
gonna
of the
put you in.
indicators though? Like what's some of the
So
indicators? Do I need to
so
be good at math to be an electrician or
yes, you do need to be. You know how to count, because you gotta have. We have rulers. You have tape measures. You have to figure out heights, depths, how far, centers of rooms and stuff like that. So yes, you have to be that. But I can also teach you that if you're willing to be taught. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not willing to be taught. Because one of the things I find out, a lot of dudes will call me like, "Hey, I'm looking. I want to work." Okay, cool. What's your experience? Oh, I got 17 years in the field. They get out here and they trash. Like,
Okay.
so you know what I mean. So it's a fine line. Like, a lot of people. So I really don't take all that experience when people tell me what they experience about, because the experience doesn't mean nothing. You could have
You
worked
might mess
for
around and
for a
want
bum.
somebody that's really new then. Cause then
Yeah,
you could teach them.
some dudes I do, because other dudes just stuck in their ways and they just do the things wrong. They've been doing them wrong for 20 years, and you
Okay.
try to tell them that's not the way it is. The rules have changed, codes are changed. We can't do it that way. Some people don't know how to adapt to that. That's fine. You just won't be here doing it.
I
You
got
know
you.
what I mean? You're fine. That's cool. You can continue to do it your way, and you just not gonna do it here because, like I said, I've subbed out work to guys, electricians, and I just be like, "Yo, this is crazy." And when I go back and look back over it, it's just like, how are you guys still surviving out here? But
I
then I
got
had to realize that's why these guys don't have businesses. That's why they just freelance do. They do fly by night. They do whatever they want to do, and they're gone. Nothing's attached to them. You know,
there's
everything
nothing.
we do. Would you?
No, I was gonna say, and it's not consistent. So it's like you be like, damn, you've been in the game this long, and like you still humping. And I think
Still humming.
that
Yeah.
that is the difference. What I learned, like what separates. I'm gonna just say what separates the business owner versus like the hustler. Like you got the entrepreneur and the hustler.
Mm-hmm.
They two different people.
Facts.
And even and
Mm-hmm.
even from the skill set, like I know I've seen your growth. Like when we first met at the Enterprise Center, like you was
Yeah.
already doing your thing, but you were also still educating yourself and willing to learn. That you took the information from the Enterprise Center and leveled up another level, and then you still been getting it and running to it, even with what you already learned. So it's like it never stopped. It's just keep adding to your tool belt. And it's like now you getting, you getting commercial. I didn't see you, do some of the government stuff. Now you doing everybody stuff. Like you said, you able to tap into multiple sources.
So you remember when we first met? I was by myself. I had no help. I was
Right,
doing all this by myself.
right,
Like it
right,
wasn't like I was in the Enterprise Center. I was there, and we was there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever. Then I go to work afterwards, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I'm working. And so, don't get me wrong, Enterprise Center helped me realize about business, about the business aspect of everything. And I'm gonna shout out the TEC. You know, it's a great program for beginners. For beginners.
okay.
But yeah, they help me to think different on a different level. On a different level.
Nah, that's dope. But like I said, like you said, that's when I met you, and that's just that's like a 4-year swing, and it's like you said, you already was in the game, but for you not to be stuck and able to keep growing is a beautiful thing. And now
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and now
yeah.
that me and you've been dabbling and doing some deals together, you done went from I'm doing electrical and I'm doing real estate.
Yeah, you remember when you first met? I wasn't even into real estate. So really fast, so we can touch base on back, when I was younger of how I thought. But to me, I wasn't into real estate. That wasn't even my twist because I'm not gonna say dumb, but I was the non-educated person to not do things with my money. I was the typical black young guy that just like to see my money. I just like to go to my bank account and see money, which means nothing. It means nothing. So once I start talking to you guys, TP, talking to other people, and it started making me realize that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Like,
That you
I
want
got
to
this
put.
money in the account, but it's just sitting here.
It's just sitting there, making me no money.
Right.
And what I'm saying, and you can have everybody talk about money and all that stuff. You can have whatever money in your account, that still won't make you no money. At the end of the year, you didn't have all this money in your account, and you didn't make nothing off of it.
Right. So
and then when I realized,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you guys say.
Oh, so I was gonna say, so the two things that I pick up with that is, right, like you said, not that you was dumb, you just, so like again, we learned entrepreneur hustle. So it's like, look, I'm making good money being an electrician, I'm straight, but then it's like, yo, I could make more money if I leverage the money I make from being an electrician, and that money is making money while I'm still doing what I'm doing. And the crazy thing is, even though you're an entrepreneur, technically being an electrician is really is your 9 to 5. You're using your business, your skill to leverage, and you're still buying real estate. And now you making money when you at work, when you're not at work.
It never clicked. I'm gonna tell you something. That never clicked to me. So really fast. So TP, Thomas Penders, I'm gonna shout you out. Yeah, because this is a story that we go back and forth. So when I first met Tom, TP, we always used to go back and forth because he used to talk about rich and poor. Either you're rich or poor. We'll get into that. That's a whole nother story. But
we here. We here.
All right. So listen, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through this story real quick. So
Uh,
we talked about he always talk about rich and poor, and me being a young black male with doing okay for himself. We used to argue about certain things because I was a person. So I had a BMW, a 7 Series BMW, B, what is it? 6 Series, 5 Series, Mercedes Benz. I had about 5 cars that I was driving. Right. So this is me. This is me. So Tom's telling me I'm broke.
flex, flex on him,
So
flex.
so this is what I'm saying. So he used to tell me this, and I used to be like, "Who are you talking to?" So we used to go back and forth. So the point of I'm saying is still, he told me one thing. He was like, "Yo, bro," because I pulled up in the Benz. I think I had the Benz. I had the BMW one day. I pulled up. We had a cookout. So he's like, "Yo, you got a car?" It's like, "Yo, what them cars doing for you?" So
Mm.
what you mean? What they doing for me? He's like, "Yo, how much you pay for? How much you know? I know your note crazy." I was like, "Yeah, it's a couple of dollars." He's like, "Yo, so what they bring you a month? But what they bringing you back in a month?" So I had to look like, So I started thinking. So he was like, "Yeah, so yeah, you broke. You're not bringing nothing. That's not bringing you
But I
any
can,
money."
but I can see how that could be an argument because it's like, dog, you're not gonna tell me how I spend my hard-earned money is broke. But he just was trying to
Exactly.
let you know it's not that you're broke. It's just that how you positioning yourself is not benefiting you.
It's not benefiting for the long run and benefiting me for really bringing me to the point to be wealthy, to
Mm-hmm.
wealthy. You know what I mean? It's just you because you have things. I'm gonna tell you as much money I done dumped into cars, just cars
Right.
because. And I used to work all the time, so the cars used to be parked in front of my house all day long, bro. I used to drive them Sundays and Saturdays, and had crazy car notes.
But
Makes
the
no sense.
right, so it makes no sense. But I'm only saying the not the, well. I'm saying the excuse is how we are brought up. So when you look at our
Yes,
environment, when you look at our
yes,
environment, you getting money by your clothes, you get money by your car, and then on top of that, how you get the chicks. You don't get the chicks without the whip. If
nah,
and you gotta have a lay. If the lay ain't right, you really don't get the whip. So it's like
you done,
between
you done.
the image from the rappers or the old heads from the that be at the cool spots, the
Mm-hmm.
popping spots. So it's
Yeah,
what they show you. They show you chains, clothes, cars. Like, oh,
it's
you
all
can't be the
wrong,
man and
bro.
not you the
It's
man with the
all,
car.
it's all wrong, bro. It's all wrong, bro. All wrong,
What you
bro.
mean? I just got all the rollies I've been seeing
All
is
wrong,
really
bros.
that
Come
I'm
holler at
popping.
me. All the young boys, you holler at me, bro. Like, yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. Like, listen, let me tell you something. I'm never going to stop people from living their lives because I've done it. And I would never I'm not going to take back the things I've done and the things I've seen and, enjoy my life. But I wish I could change some things. I wish I could change some things. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it was wasted. It was wasted money and wasted time. Because
So
because you look at, we've known each other for 5 years, and you
mhm.
see where I've grown. Because with me, really, I'm gonna go back real quick. So with me, I'm older than you. We talked about this. I'm older than you. I'm younger than some people, but I am willing to learn. So if you have information for me, I'm going to listen. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna dissect it, and I'm gonna learn from it. A lot of people in our age and younger in your age, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to someone telling them something.
Right.
Someone telling them and putting them in a better position. Because I'm not playing you. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm trying to give you some game. You know what I mean? Because number one, if I'm telling you something, maybe I've been there. Maybe I've done that. Maybe I see you going down the same road I went to, and I want you to not go down that road. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
So with our culture, we got to learn, especially with we got to learn that everything we're telling you and trying to teach you is not playing you and not coming at you and trying to make you feel small or belittle. You know what I
Right. Right.
mean?
Right.
So,
Nah.
but I'm
Nah.
not
I
going. But
definitely. No, I was gonna say
but
I definitely respect that because that's why like I when me and you we might not talk on the phone, but I might catch you next thing you know, we busting it up, and I'm just listening to everything you telling me. It's like,
Yeah.
like I kind of picked it up early from the sense that, all right, I knew I don't want to be like these people, but then I see how like you move, and I'm like, yeah, that look popping right there.
Yeah.
So, like when I get an opportunity, whatever you tell me, I just want to soak it up.
Facts. And then you don't even have to do everything I'm saying or, agree with everything, but you're listening, because that can spark something else in you that something that I'm telling you, it might not agree with you, but it'll spark something else that'll get you thinking. And that's all it's about when we talking and we listen. So when I talk to you, you might understand that when we talk, you spark things in me, things that I might not be thinking about. That's why I tell you, like, yo, you got to keep going with it, because with our culture, we don't talk. We don't
share the information.
We don't share. Let me tell you about these old electricians in Philadelphia, bro. So they don't like. I from where I came up pretty fast. Like I'm rising pretty fast.
Okay.
And I'll reach out to some of these older electricians because I don't know everything. I'll be the first one to tell you. I don't know all electric. I don't know all the codes and certain things. I'll reach out to some electricians. They don't even respond back to me. Like, who, what? Strict? Nah, you know what? Okay, I got you. Never call me back. never return my calls. Never anything, bro. And it's crazy to me. Like, why? Number one, there's so much money out here for all of us. And I'm coming to you humble. I even actually do the code half with me on the job, because it was too large for me to take it. It was too large for me to do by myself, because it's going to take away my core residential group. So I needed another person to pull. I'll put two guys in.
Still going to make money.
We partner. And then I was like, listen, we'll do 50-50, 60-40, whatever it is. Boy never responded. After I told him that, never responded nothing. Never responded back. Never responded back.
But the crazy thing is, sometimes with that, I also realize that sometimes the people we think that's in position, they might be in position, but they're really not in position. So it's like, now that you done called they tab, like, yo, I need you to put some paper up. It would have one thing if you just said, yo, do the work, but now do the work and put the paper up. Oh, I had a little situation a week ago. You know what I mean? I had a little, like, no, you've been in this situation. You've been had it. You just need to be honest. And like you said, instead of not calling me back, just tell me what it is. And let's
just tell me. Or point me into another black electrician. Put me in his direction. I know you know him. Like, we all know each other. We may not know each other, but we all know of each other. Point me into one of these. Nothing, bro. And what made me mad, because when I worked for a company, I'm gonna give another shout out to Brothers Electric. They're probably the second or third largest electrical contractors in the East Coast. They made me into the animal I am today. And anybody that worked for Brothers know about Brothers and know that they print out some crazy electricians. Okay. And anybody know me that, I was probably one of the best or the best electrician there from 2004 to like 7 or 8. But anyway, so I was in the office with them one day, and another electrician just called them out of the blue. Hey, Frank, whatever. I got this job. How you doing? I'm from so Electric. I got this $1 million job. Do you want to partner up? No, hell yeah, let's go. That's simple. And then that's what I was thinking about, reaching out to another contractor, like, hey, let's partner up. Nothing, bro. I didn't even do the job. I didn't even do the job because I couldn't find a reliable contractor to partner up with, to go in. But I've sat in conference rooms with when I used to work for companies, and the guys, other races would call in, and they would partner up and they would make money. We're the only culture that is crazy that we cannot. I'm not gonna say cannot do it, but we're just not doing it on that big of scale.
We struggle, I feel like, across the board in whatever industry. Ego and trust. Like, I don't know.
Trust, yes.
Like, if we all got issues with our parents or something or what, but like,
it's just trust. Trust. What are you doing? What are you up to? I know he up to something. He trying to burn me. That's the first thing you think about. Yo, he up to something. I know you up to something.
Yo,
But we got to get past that.
yo, somebody want to know if you got any internships. I didn't want to miss that question because somebody was just asking, like, yo, do you got any internships?
Not at this time, but I may be open to it. I may be
So
open to it.
if somebody was open to it, could they DM you, or how should they
Yeah,
contact you?
they can DM me and send me their resume. Send me their
Okay.
resume, and then we can go from there. We can go
Okay.
from there. So really fast. So put a pin to him, because that to me shows initiative.
Okay.
Internship to me, internship is not. I don't want to get paid. I just want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Internship. Most internships is a non-paid commitment from someone. They come in, they just want to learn. You know
Right.
what I
That's
mean? So
Major underscore Andrews. I believe he's the one who said it. Yeah, Major underscore Andrews. So you heard him first. He said, "Yo, he respect that. Hit him up. Let's talk
yeah,
about it. But
no,
make sure
I
you
respect
come correct with your information, and with he's saying, look, I'll try to help you figure it out."
facts, and that's 100%. Because like I said, I don't know everything. I'm a black man, and I know how it is out here. So, but that right there, that little thing. So I'm telling everybody out here watching this live who's going to watch it, those little things are going to set you above the next person.
Mm-hmm.
To be like, yo, I'll come in there and intern. Don't even got paid. I want to learn. I just want to work. That right there shows me that, okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Like, he wants to learn, so I'm gonna put some attention to him. And then if it works out, you're going to blossom so quick. So when I first started at Brothers Electric, again, shout them out, Brothers Electric. When I first started, I was making $10 an hour, $10 an hour. In 6 months, I was at $17.50. Because of who I am and how dedicated and how aggressive and how what's the word for it? Aggressive and
Ambitious.
And I'm hungry and competitive. So anybody come up in me, yo, we gotta have it. Like nobody better, it's no better helper than me, and that's the way I took it with anything. So that's why my pay increased in 6 months so heavy. And I'm gonna tell anybody who are in these fields with construction, the faster you learn something, the faster you learn something, the more money you make. Because if you learn something quickly, I got to teach you something else. So when you learn something else, you got to get paid for learning something else. Now you're just not a helper carrying bags. Now I know how to run some wire. Pay me some more. Okay, you learn how to do that. You know how to cut in switches. I know how to cut in switches. Pay me some more. That's how the game goes. And any respectable contractor is going to take that. Like, okay, you working, cool, keep going. If you're doing it right, I'm not just saying just doing anything, but learning something and doing it correctly, it will help you level up quickly. Will help you level up quickly.
They shouting you out talking about something. That's the only way to be if you went to Millersville and played ball. Let me find out you really was
Listen, let me tell you, at the time I went to Millersville, bro, my mind, I was totally off of it. I was in ball, but I wasn't in ball. So that was, we'll get into that story of how,
we keep saying get into it. We here.
All right. So look. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna get away from. I'm gonna tell you my story of how. I'm gonna tell you how my story was. So, when I was growing up, I was in a household with mother and father. Father, he was there, but he wasn't there. He was in the streets, but he was there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But as me growing up, and what he taught me was street shit. How to be a hustler, how to not be a sucker, how not to take, people lightly, watch everything and to make money. And he taught me how to make money and to be about making money. So that's how I grew up. So anybody knows me knew that I was the boy you come to if you needed something. Like I was selling something, I was trading something, whatever it was.
Right.
That was me. And I always knew I was different. So I was never a street boy. I never was out there on the streets hustling, hustle on the block every day. That wasn't me. I was different. I knew I was different. And and I'm gonna tell everybody out here, listen, if you know you different, it's okay. Because you'll know when you out there and you know when other people are doing things and that doesn't click to you. You just don't that just
It
doesn't
don't feel
interest you.
right, right.
It doesn't interest you. So that never was me, and I never did it. Video games and basketball, that was me. Everybody knew that I played ball. That was me, athlete ball. So you never want to be ashamed or not take ownership of you being different, and you knowing you not being different. You knowing you being different from your friends.
Right,
Because you can be out with 4 friends and you know you're there because they want to smoke weed or they want to go do whatever. You know you don't want to do that. You know
right.
it. It's okay. And it's okay. And if they don't understand that it's not okay, they're not your friends.
Yeah, facts.
And that's what made me understand. Like, all right, y'all want to smoke weed, y'all not my friend. I'm cool. I'm gonna play ball.
Right.
I go play ball. So, and I play ball and that was my thing. That's all I did was play ball. So I got to a point, at a point in my life, probably 94, 95, I got, really, really good. It was good to a point that, I was getting, some offers. I was in, Sunny. I was in every league. Any league, anybody that was in West Philly, Southwest, I gave them buckets. Anybody around them time. Anybody around that time, 94, 95, 96, I gave them buckets. That was it. That's what I did. That's what I did. I gave him buckets. Anybody who says differently,
your jersey up at the creek. Your jersey.
Anybody says differently, you listen, bro. It's a known fact. If you came to the creek, I destroyed you. That was it, bro. Cobb's Creek. You came to Cobb's Creek during them times. I was the ball that represented for Cobb's Creek and gave out work out there.
Okay.
So fast forward, I went to, my thing was playing ball. Like every black male, I wanted to play ball, I wanted to go to school, try for the NBA. That's what you thought or thought, whatever the case may be.
That was gonna be your ticket, right?
Yeah, so I played in a couple leagues, leagues in Narberth and Sunny Hill, and then I got noticed by a couple junior colleges. So I ended up going to Manor Junior College. We had a great 2 years there. We lost in championship. That's another story. But my first year and the second year we did really well. But we were top team. Both years we was top teams. So let me go back. My first year I went to Manor. I had my first daughter. So this is like 96, 97, I had my first daughter. So I have a great family background. My mom, my sister, everybody helps me out, whatever I got to do. So my mom and them was there helping me raise my first daughter when I went away to school the first time. The second time, first time I played there. So I graduated from Manor in 98. I took a year off because I had my daughter or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Millersville, one of my point guards, Jasmine Williams. Shout out to Jasmine Williams.
Big homie Jazz, West Catholic's finest.
West Catholic. He played at Manor with me. And then he called me, told me about Millersville, and then he was like, yo, we got a good team. Bro, you should come back up. So, no, I'm sorry. So Millersville reached out. Yeah, they reached back out to me to come back up. So it's about 2 years later. So I'm home chilling, whatever the case may be. This is in 2000. So I met with the coaches. I met with East Stroudsburg coaches, Clarion coaches. I went to go see the campuses. But at Millersville, I had my point guard there, Jazz. Jazz was there. A couple of my homies, Jazz, like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Millersville. Go to Millersville in 2000. We got a crazy team from top to bottom. Anybody go back and look at the our roster and you see the names of the players on there. We had a great team. We already knew our practices was out of hand, and we already knew we was destined for great things. But life and reality hit, and we had a couple of players that didn't pass when it came out to play. And I had my second daughter.
Okay.
Second daughter in
So you got
November.
that's two in like a matter of like what 3-4 years.
4 years. So
Okay.
my second daughter was born in November. So at times she was having um, problems with the baby. So I had
Okay.
to keep leaving back home and forth, going back from practice. And then, they was telling me, like, you can't do that. Like, how you want to keep leaving? You can't do that. I had to apologize in front of the team. Jazz talked about this, one of the most hilarious things ever, because I had to apologize because I kept leaving. I kept, leaving on the team, but it
Right.
was my daughter. So my mom wasn't there, whatever the case may be. And I broke my ankle right after she was born.
Okay.
So then it was just like, you know what? I'm done with ball. I'm coming. I got 2 kids. My
You
mom
gotta come
helping
home and handle
me.
your business.
I got to come home and handle my business. So I come home and come home. I start working in the sneaker store. I'm speed up a little bit, but come on, work in the sneaker store. Athlete's Foot, shout out Athlete's Foot. Y'all probably seen me. Springfield Mall. I probably sold y'all some Jordans or something. Shout y'all out. But I came home and then, it was just like, I'm working in a sneaker store. This is not, I'm in my 20s. This ain't cutting it. I got to figure something out. So I
Right.
was
You got
talking
2
to my
mouths
man,
to feed. Right.
2 months to feed, and I got, I'm working in a sneaker store. This ain't cutting it. So back hoop dreams, I'm still thinking about going back to school. It's crazy. I'm still thinking about going back to school. Go play overseas or some shit. So, but then I was like, you know what? I got to do something. So I'm talking to my man Skeezy. Shout out Leon. And we talking about, like, look, he was like, let's go do a trade. It's my right hand man. He's like, go do a
Okay.
trade. So I was like, all right, you know what? I don't know. Let's fuck it. Let's figure it out. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to do electrical. No, he was like, let's go do trade school. So I was like, all right. So we talked about it. So literally that day, I Googled the top paying trades. It
Right.
said electrician.
Okay.
That's how I picked being an electrician. That's it, bro. I did not want to be
But
an
you did your
electrician.
research. You did your research.
I Googled 2 things. It said I Googled top paying labor and top paying something. It said electrician both times. I said, that's what I'm going to do.
That was it.
That's what I'm going to do.
Look,
That's it.
but
It wasn't
look,
I was raised with army men with electric boats and all that. No, I hated it at first. But, sometimes you got to do the things you don't want to do because you have to do them, if that makes
right.
sense.
No, that
You know
makes
what I
sense.
mean?
Because now,
So
look,
that was
17 years later, is paying dividends though.
no 150% dividends. But I'm a special case, so I'm never going to take light of what's going on, because I went to school when we went to electrical school. I went to New Orleans Tech. Shout out to them too.
Okay.
It was 30 guys in there. I'm pretty sure out of the 30 guys, me and my man Leon, we the only 2 guys that's really doing something with the electrical experience.
Right.
So everybody, it ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. And I'm gonna really segue to our real estate thing. Real estate ain't for everybody. And I hate that everybody is trying to push everybody to go on real estate and all this. It ain't for everybody, bro. I want to get that. I want to say that all that everybody talking about, go do this and go be, whatever. Nah, bro. It ain't sweet. It's not sweet. It's not
Right.
sweet. So I just want to get that and let people know it ain't, because I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. This game, it's just not for everybody. You got to be a different type of animal for this. Period.
I got you.
And
Nah, I
you'll find
respect
out
that,
quickly.
and I think it's good to hear that, because it's like, yo, so technically you can do it, but like you said, like, yo, none of this stuff is for the faint of heart. And if you just do
Yeah.
it, like you said, if you don't got no motivation behind it, because even with the real estate, I ask people, like, yo, why are you buying this house? Like, you buying this, like with the cars. Like, yo, you buying this to stun on somebody? Because when that payment
That's
or
it.
that repair get due, what's stopping you from walking away? But for you, like
That's
you
it.
said, for your situation was, yo, I got to figure this out. I got 2 daughters to figure out.
Yes.
And that's the one
Yes.
question I want to ask you before I ask my second question.
Okay. Go ahead. Go back.
How did you, what was like your mental, or like, how did you like not fall short of yo, I'm gonna just go run out here in these streets, or I'm gonna just fall back and just be a bum. Like I ain't gonna do nothing. Like it is what it is. I broke my ankle. Let me just sit in the crib and just let it be what it's gonna be.
I'm different. I'm different.
Okay.
That's it. I'm different. and this goes back to what I said. You gotta understand and know when you're different. You know, like I'm just like you've talked to me. Anybody who talked to me, I'm just different. Like I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push everybody. Anybody who around me, I'm pushing them. Anybody if you're gonna be around me, you gotta be about something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
competitive nature across the board, but also that leadership that leadership of yo, if we rolling and I'm rolling with you, I got you, but I need you to also have you too.
Correct. But you also gotta realize everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not a leader.
Right.
So when you gotta understand that when you're talking about those things and that you want people to follow you, a lot of people try to get people to follow them, but they're just not leaders.
Okay.
You gotta be more than just getting money. You gotta be more than just, telling somebody what to do. It's more than that. You gotta be the one in the trenches with them.
Right,
you gotta be in the trenches with them.
That go back to the loyalty above everything, because like you said, everybody can necessarily tell somebody what to do, but it's different when you done did it and you gonna be here with me. Like we said, look,
and I'm going here with you.
Walking, I'm walking. I ain't leaving.
Yes,
we gonna get it done.
We gonna get it done, and then you gonna have a different respect for me. We both gonna have a different respect for each other. If I look up and I'm hurting, and then I look up and you coming back, yo, come on, bro, we out here, we getting it. It's a total different respect we got for each other now.
Right.
Now you got disrespect for me because you helped me and I still pushed through, and I got a different respect for you because you came back and you knew I could do it, but I needed a helping hand, hand. So now we got a total different respect. Now we're going to war. Now we war ready.
We locked
in. You know what I'm saying? We locked in. And a lot of people are not tested like that to know, if it's a race or something we got to do. And if I fall down, is this guy going to come back for me? Or is this guy going to help me get to the finish line? You know what I mean? And that's what, but no, I want to get back. You said I know you run out of time, but I want to get back to what you were saying about in the beginning about the kids. Was you saying something about
how I was saying about, well, you said it actually. I mean, in regards to like, yo, you didn't, like you said, look, I'm different. I mean, that's all it was.
Oh, yeah.
I knew whether I played ball, whether I was going to be an electrician, whether I was going to be whatever, that I was going to be in position to take care of me and mine. So, I mean, that's why, like you said, you Google what's the highest paying situation.
That's it,
I'm going to either like it or not like it. But look, I really didn't like it, but I knew I could tolerate it. And look, 17 years, but that'll also segue into my second question was, how did you persevere 17 years in this business? Because I mean, in real estate, I'm only 7 years in. Another 10 years, like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some gray hairs. I might even lose some hair. But it's like, yo, how do you like push through and keep pushing from the good, the bad?
So, it's a journey, bro. It's a journey. It's a journey. So, and you're going to run across different things in life that's going to push you and make you better, and some things that's going to try to tear you down and take away from where you want to go. It's just that I am so devoted and I am so into where I'm trying to be. I didn't allow a lot of things to hold me back. Family, kids, girlfriend, anything. I didn't allow those things to hold me back because it's easy to let setbacks hold you back. One setback the way you handle one setback can change your whole life. You know what I mean? Like the way you handle so in 2007, so when I was working for Brothers, I was one of the best electricians. I was getting paid I don't know, probably about $21 an hour.
Okay.
Another day, I told them they had to pay me more. They told me, well, we'll help you fill out an application and go somewhere else. I'm like, damn, really? Like, yeah, but that's how they were like, we'll replace you. Like, you good, but we'll replace you. So another company had called me, and they was like, "Yo, you can come here. We'll give you $24 an hour." So I'm like,
Okay.
24. I'm making 21.50 now. I asked for a raise. I needed a raise. They talking about $24 an hour. I'm out. Worst decision I made, bro. So that's another thing I'm gonna tell you. Do not chase money for happiness, because I left a company that was good to me. I was there, you know, what I was worth. I was worth more, but that's just how, because I got so many raises, so I'm just asking for raises all the time. But when someone else came to me and offered me, $3 more, I jumped on it. But the
Okay.
grass is not always greener on the other side. That
Woo!
company ended up folding, because this was 2007. This is right when the recession was hitting. So I left the company that was paying me $21 and something cents. I went there at 24. This is in the summer. They laid me off in December.
Holiday time.
Laid me off in December because they told me, like, look, once you come here, once you change the culture of what we got going, because all of them was doing coke. It was just bad over there. It was just bad. So
Electricians and they getting the jolt, huh?
yeah, it was crazy. But I was like, yo, I left a structured company to come to this,
Right.
and then they laid me off. And then the most humbling thing is, I had to go back to I went back to the company that I left. They offered me, I went back and worked for them for a couple of times. They gave me $3. They gave me $18.
Now they
They
gave you
started
$3
that,
less.
cause now I left. Number one, I left. Number two, they know I need them kind of right now
Right.
because I left. Now they in the driver's seat.
They
Oh well,
like,
Ty,
yo, we got something for you. Come on. Come
come
on.
on, come on. Yeah, it's a recession. We really don't got no money. But for you, Ty, we're gonna give you $3 less and give you the same work you was doing.
Hey Todd,
All
real
right,
quick,
man.
right? If
Yeah.
this cut off, I'm asked, do you got time to jump back on?
Oh yeah, go ahead. We can do it.
All right, well, it ain't cut off yet. We got time. We not at the hour mark, but I feel like I know people want to keep hearing this.
That's fine. We can keep going. I'm in the office all night long, brother. So we good. We good. But yeah, I came back. They tried to give me $3. I was so hot. But again, my mentality, I didn't care. You know what? I'm working. Let's go.
Right.
I'll make it work. I'll make it
So
work. I'll do my side work.
how long from that point till you started your own situation?
All right. So laid off in 2000. I left that job in 2007 when the recession hit. I went to a new job. They laid me off in that summer of 2000. I mean that winter in 2007. So 2008, I went back to Brothers. I stayed there for about six months, and then another company came to me with a better deal, and I just left Brothers. And then I stayed with that company for about 3 years. And I gave them. So I'm loyal. I'm a loyal dude, bro. So the crazy part about this whole thing, in business and everything in life, there are bosses, and workers. I don't care what you say about anything. There's bosses and there's workers. You have to know which one you are. So I knew I had boss qualities, but I thought I just was a loyal worker. So when I worked for the company, I used to just work like whatever they need me. Like my back hurt, my knee hurt. I would go in because I was so loyal to them, and I knew that me calling out would hurt them.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call out. Like I just go to work. And they
Right.
looked out for me, don't get me wrong. They looked out for me, back and forth. But that's how loyal I was, because I knew that it was bigger than me. It wasn't just
Right.
me. If I call out, I'm hurting them or hurting them, because there's only 3 of us in this company. So we was a tight-knit company. You know what I mean? So what happened was with that company is, I was making okay money. I was making good money, and I asked them for a raise. And they said, well, we got to think about it. Yeah, think about it. Okay. All right, that's cool. But I had my license already.
Well,
But
I was saying, hold on, it's about to cut us off. So look, y'all, we gonna jump out and jump back on because we gotta finish this. So like you did say your thought. Look, that you asked for a raise and they said they're gonna think about it.
I got you.
All right, we jumping out and jumping right back in.
All right.
All right.